Hello, YouTube. This is the one and only Benjo III. And what I have for you guys today is a little demolition on Cracked. Now, fortunately for you, I have cut down the video time. It was originally a 20-minute video, a 20-minute game, because it does go all 3 rounds. And that's actually one of the reasons why I wasn't originally planning on uploading this, just because it is such a long game and I thought it would be extremely boring. And personally, I wouldn't want to watch a 20-minute game, and I didn't think you guys would either. But I was able to cut it down, not necessarily cut it down, I sped up the boring parts for you guys, so hopefully you will enjoy that. But the title says that there's 120 kills without air support. Now, the kill streak setup I was using was the UAV, the Blackbird, and dogs. Now, you may be thinking that I got dogs 3 or 4 times and they got me all my kills. And actually, I only called dogs in once where it mattered. The second time I called it in was at the very end of the game. I think there's only 8 seconds left, and they might have gotten me 1 kill. And my first pack of dogs got me at max 10 kills. I don't think they did that well. So most of the kills you will be seeing are from my gun, so I think that will be fairly exciting. Personally, I do not play a lot of Demolition. I mean, I do every once in a while. But when I play Demolition, I really like to go for the objectives. But in this map, or in this particular match, I was kind of the Slayer, kind of controlling the spawns and killing people and stuff like that. And it just so happened that my accuracy was on and bullets were registering, the hit detection was registering, whatever you want to call it. But the gun that got me all these kills is the AUG, and the perks I was using was Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Ninja. This was after the patch, I do believe, the sound patch, so I'm starting to use Ninja once again. And I was using Ghost because I've noticed in Demolition games that they call up a lot of UAVs, so I wanted to stay off the radar as much as possible. The other perk that I would generally use in that slot is probably Hardline. It might have helped me out a couple times in this particular game, but that's alright. And the attachment I am using is Dual Mags. Now, if you guys do not know about Dual Mags, it's basically Scavenger, but you can't keep on picking up ammo. It's an awesome attachment, and if I like the iron sights, that's the attachment I will always use with the gun. The guns that I will use Dual Mags on are like the AUG, the FAMAS, the Commando. Pretty much any gun that has a good iron sight, I will use the iron sights with it, because there's no reason to waste an attachment on a red dot sight. Now, there's certain guns where you almost need a red dot sight. Like, I really enjoy using red dot sights on the LMGs if I'm using those. And, you know, the M16, because there's a lot of long range accuracy, and I personally am not a big fan of the iron sights on the M16. But back to the game and the gameplay, if you guys are noticing, the hit detection and the sound might be a little bit off, and it looks like that I was not on people when I was shooting them. And the reason for that is because this is in theater mode. I actually was not recording this particular time, and I don't know why I wasn't recording. I don't know if I was recording and the recording messed up. But thank God for theater mode, or else this video would have been gone forever, so thank you, theater mode. And actually, I actually lost about 40 of my gameplays. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the .mov files have been corrupted. So if you guys have any clues on how to repair my .mov files, I have saved them, and I have them. I just don't know how to repair them. Basically, what happens is that they will not open up. I try and open them in all kinds of video programs, and they don't work. And just so you guys know, I do have a Mac, so any of the solutions would have to be for the Mac, unfortunately. So any tips or tricks you guys may have with the .mov file would be greatly appreciated, because I really don't want to lose all those games. But I get a nice little triple spray right here, and I failed to notice the guy coming up the stairs. I don't know why I did not see him. And if you guys notice throughout the game, there's quite a few times where I was like really close to getting my dogs and I ended up dying. I call in my SR-71 I think like 5 or 6 times in this match, and I can never get to dogs because I'm in a bad spot, or in a high traffic area or whatever. And the thing that a lot of people ask me is how I get so many kills in certain game modes, and the reason why is I put myself in high traffic situations. A lot of the time I like to put myself in those kind of spots where a lot of people travel, or I push into spawns and stuff like that, and that's how I get a lot of kills, and I think you will see that a lot in this game. But after the first round, I have 42 kills, which I would have been happy with throughout a whole game. But that's just the beginning. This is the start of the second round, and I do believe with this Blackbird I am able to get my dogs. I'm not 100% sure though. But quick tip for Cracked and Demolition is that you always want to try and plant the B-bomb first, and the reasoning for that is because they spawn closer to the B-bomb, and the B-bomb is harder to arm. We actually are not able to even arm this bomb the first time, and that's why it goes to a third round. So if you guys have trouble in Demolition trying to plant this bomb, try planting B first, because once you get B planted, planting the A bomb on the street is definitely a lot easier, and it's you'll have more success winning games if you're able to plant the B bomb first. And that's kind of a general tip for all Demolition games. You always want to destroy the bomb that's closer to the enemy team spawn, and it just so happens that the B bomb is a little bit closer. And you always want to look at the surroundings from the bomb. If there's a lot of places to hide, if it's easy to access, stuff like that. And B is definitely the harder one here. And if you do not successfully arm that first, you will have a hard time trying to get up there and arm it. So there you go. The other cool thing about this game is that it was during Machinima's live stream. If you don't know anything about that, Machinima is trying to be the first legit gamertag to reach 15th prestige. The person from Machinima playing at the time was Lindsay, and a couple of the other guys that were in the game with me are all Sham No Wow and Only Use Me Blade. We had a lot of fun this night. I don't think we ever lost in any of the games we played, but overall it was a great time, and I love live streams, and usually on my live streams I have between 200 and 300 people, and on the Machinima live stream there's between 2,000 and 3,000 people, even more sometimes. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll put a link in the description to check that out, and at the end of 2 rounds I have 105 kills. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is that Blade recently gave me a shout out on one of his videos, and the video it is for is actually another game that we had with the Machinima livestream. It's a headquarters match. I believe it's on WMD, and he went on some ridiculous knife streak. I think it was like a 19 or 20 knife streak, which is pretty awesome. Because you got to think, Blade, like his name says, he only knifes, and in game types like headquarters and demolition, it is extremely impossible to knife only, because you have 6 guys on the other team running fully automatic guns most of the time, camping in corners, and it was pretty fun to watch him work. I mean, believe me, I have tried to run around knifing only, and it is not easy. So big props to him, and I'll put a link to that video I was talking about in the description. I had a pretty good game, but I don't think I'll post it just because most of the time I was kind of just sitting in the headquarters capturing it or whatever. But I also wanted to thank Only Use Me Blade for the shout out. It was very unexpected, and I was very surprised when I saw it, or actually I heard about it from somebody on Twitter. They were like, "Oh my god, Only Use Me Blade shouted you out," and blah blah blah. So thank you very much. It does mean a lot. It was very awesome of you. But at this point, I kind of wanted to ask you guys what you wanted to see next from me, like what kind of videos. I know I've posted quite a few TDM matches, but that's generally what I like to play the most, just because I do like playing objective game types and stuff like that, but if you don't play with a full team, it's very hard to, I don't know, enjoy playing those type of games, because especially demolition. If you are not running with a full team that all has the same idea in mind, it is extremely difficult. When was this? I think just the other day I was playing with either 1 or 2 people, and we tried to play some demolition with some random people, and they would always plant the wrong bomb first. They were always doing stupid stuff, just running around, not doing anything to help the objective, and we ended up losing. And like I said before, I hate losing. So I think I'm going to also try and play some more Search and Destroy. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I played a lot of Search and Destroy Modern Warfare 2. Towards the end of the game's life, that's the only thing I can really play without getting frustrated. And right there is my second pack of dogs, the only other pair of dogs that I got, and I do believe it gets me this kill right here, and that's about it. But that is the very end of the game. I end up with 120 kills and 29 deaths. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And other than that, have a great day.